Okay. So I'm like, is this where I saved? It's like, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright, yeah, because I did this whole fight, which was kind of a lot. Oh god, I'm sure there's a bunch of documents in there. Too lazy. And then yeah, I went in that bathroom. Any of this time the director goes anywhere, just blows up everything. Oh, that's where I was before. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't have the option to destroy those rocks. I need to get to the second formation. You know, I probably won't do all the side content in this DLC just because, like, I'm already done quite a bit. Well, at least I'll always have my save data for this if I do want to do more, or if Control 2 offers something.
No power. Typical. I should hire someone who builds smaller machines.
Oh, did I? Well, I set fire to something.
So that's the altered item. Looks pretty secure.
I didn't see a battery somewhere. Oh, that says power cores. Oh, there we go. Okay. Huh. I actually kind of love that. Alright, let's see. Cab. Okay, that goes back. So that's just a little shortcut. And I can't destroy those yet. You know, one of the greatest strengths of this game also ends up being its weakness, that it's like the best part is when you're feeling really powerful and like that you can just really do anything with the stuff that you already have. But then they'll be like, okay, so do you want to grind for weapons? It's like, no, I don't want to do that actually at all. But I do realize that you made that a large percentage of your game. And that, like, that's not... I don't know, it just doesn't really... That part just doesn't really work that well. Like, I love having the pickups, but I just feel like there's... I don't know, I think it will just have to be reserved for Control 2. I think that's just it. Control 2 is gonna be the best game of the decade. Calling it now. Actually could believe that, although The Witcher 4 is supposed to come out, and there's been some really good stuff. Still, I do love me some Control. What's up, Liddy? How is it going?
That damn gun. Faith. Not sure she's ready.
It's cool.
I'm here, aren't I? I saved the Bureau once, and I'll do it again.
Yeah, I played a lot of this off stream because I was just watching TV with my wife, because we were just hanging out and, you know, doing the damn thing.
I used to get in here.
And I ended up beating the game, and I forgot how sort of anticlimactic the ending is, that it's like kind of a non-ending because it's like fully set up for the next game.
Is this the lock/key the board told me about?
It's just really... That's true. I talk about my wife a lot. That's really dangerous, because every time somebody talks about their wife a lot, something happens. I'm not saying that's happening with me. I'm just saying that's something I gotta watch out for. Although, like,
First one. Director Faden's got this covered.
the thing that I always think of when I'm like, okay, when it comes to having a significant other, it's like, who has the time or energy to like fully like have another relationship? Like, God, it's hard enough having one relationship, let alone two. I don't know if you're asking about what happens when what I was talking about, or what happens in the game. Well, you solve some of the hiss problem, so that's all the nasty monsters. You subjugate your brother. You realize that her like psychokinetic friend, extra dimensional person is like actually dead, but just embedded a version of itself inside her. Oh, what happens when you talk about a wife? Okay, see, that's what I was thinking you were saying, but I wasn't sure. There's a bunch of dudes on the internet who have had situations where they talk about having a wife, and they're like, I love my wife so much, I love her so much, and they say that like stuff all the time, and then they cheat on their wife, and it's a huge public blow up.
I'm pretty sure I did it.
And that's happened several times.
No, that's right. You didn't. But then, I remember you needing me to come here. I mean, you even told me how to get in. Let's just chalk it up to synchronicity so we can get to work.
She takes everything in stride.
The board called me down here to deal with the situation. The astral plane is
Colliding with our world, I know. Isn't it fascinating? I never even considered that the astral plane could be a physical volume expanding beyond its dimensional container. The bleed is localized to this area, but its growth rate seems steady. Given time...
That's a good term. I'll take that. Vow signaling.
Possibly beyond.
That's what I'm here to stop. The board told
Because
me
it's like not white knighting exactly, because they already have a wife. They've already done the hard part, which is like
itself back together a bit.
finding someone, getting together with them, you know, saying I love you, maybe having kids, getting married. Like, they do the whole damn thing, the hardest parts, and then they fuck it
I'll
up.
look into it. Did you notice all the Bureau infrastructure? It looks like there was a research team stationed down here at some point. You think Darling knew about this?
I put money on it. That reminds me. Have you seen Marshall?
See a vow signal.
She contacted me over the
I like that.
hotline, but then I saw her walking around.
I haven't seen her. The hotline only connects to extraplanar entities. Or dead people. But Marshall's proved time and time again that she's a survivor.
That's exactly what I thought.
Anyway, I've been looking into the minerals growing down here. Have you noticed how they insist on maybe some sort of a staple?
I think we're on a clock. I need to stop the astral bleeding before it brings... See what you can find out from the nail, and send out some range. She may be...
Will do. If you see anything interesting...
Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
No, I didn't get the other... Vow signaling. That's good. That's good, I like that. But yeah, it's just, you know, I don't even know if it's like an actual common thing. It's just that there was a bunch of YouTube videos that sort of came out all at one time that people were talking about, like, wow, can you believe that these wife guys did this, XYZ, you know, like...
My favorite director.
Okay, well, I can't move that. I wonder if I should have chosen the other one. I suppose let's go back to the cave system. Maybe that'll... Man, I got 7 ability points? Holy shit. Alright. I'll get the large enemies. I think that that's the way to go. Okay. I don't really care about the siege duration that much. I never use the shield. We're going melee. I never use it, but I will probably use it more often than the shield, which I literally never touch, so. Which I think is a net positive, because then that means you can play a bunch of different ways. Oh shit, whoops, 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 whoops-a-daisy, oh no. Okay. Oh yeah, I was trying to think what I'm gonna play after this. Because the thing that I said I was gonna do was finish Deltarune, which I did, and then play Control and the DLC, which this is the second DLC. Well, technically it's the first DLC. I just did the second one already, so this game is shorter than I remember. For some reason I thought it was like 35 hours, but I could have probably beat the main story in like 8.5. I was sort of thinking Banjo-Kazooie, because I was going to do the Donkey Kong 64 game, so I was like, oh, Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, then Banjo-Tooie. I have never gotten past, like, the first few things in Banjo-Kazooie, like maybe the 3rd or 4th level, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea, because I have no experience with it, realistically. So you're the only person here, so I suppose I'll ask your opinion. Do you have any... Not that I wouldn't ask your opinion otherwise, but... You ever play... Even better idea. True. That's true. Yeah, I don't really have any... Not having the experience is kind of a positive in a way, because then I can be surprised, especially by Banjo-Tooie. I've loaded up Banjo-Kazooie, so I've at least done that much. I think I've played maybe 5 minutes of Donkey Kong 64 just because of how much it pushes in front of you right away with like having the multiple characters and it going a little crazy on it. I also think that the length of those games, people maybe exaggerate a little bit, because they're like, oh, well, to actually 100% it, it's like 20 hours. Which I guess maybe that just feels long for a collectathon. Hold on, I'm gonna, before I put my foot in my mouth, let me see. How long to beat Banjo-Kazooie? Not Banjo Kool-Aid, Banjo-Kazooie. 11 and a half hours, completion 14 and a half hours. Okay, that's a good amount of time. Banjo-Tooie. I mean, 14 hours is good. Yeah, Banjo-Tooie, 17 hours, so it's 6 hours longer main story-wise, and then 23 and a half hours 100%, which I probably wouldn't need to do that, so... That's about 40 hours, though, and then DK64, that's the one that people... Okay, alright, to be fair to the people who say DK64 is really long, the main story of DK64 is 25 and a half hours. That's actually pretty crazy. That's like an additional 10 hours over Banjo-Tooie, which I thought was longer, but I guess that is not correct. And then 30 and a half hours for a completionist. So... Okay, yeah, that's a good length though, but that would give me plenty to do, you know. It's like I'm not on any real deadline to get video games complete besides my own stuff, so I just do whatever I want and whatever comes in GameFly, so. So I'm excited for the new Silent Hill, and if I did do those 3 games, then I could follow it up with Donkey Kong Bonanza Dragoon Orchid. Really trying to come up with more comedic names for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Okay. Yeah, but 11 and a half hours, that's a pretty good length. Where is there not a... Okay, I really thought that there was going to be something I could summon there. I guess not. Yes, that is also fair. I could definitely do Homestuck. I know that You know, people want to see it, which I'm... God damn, there's a lot of Homestuck. But that would make it pretty entertaining. Yeah, I'm also trying to think if I should just complete this. Just play it on my Steam Deck, because I'm like going through this and I'm really, not that I'm having a bad time, but I think I've reached the point in the story where the Alan Wake stuff, there's an uproar for it. There's at least 1 to 1.5 people. Yeah, you know what? I will finish this on my own because it's just DLC. It's not the main game. I did the Alan Wake part, so then I'll have something to play in my Steam Deck instead of I don't know, when I'm bored. Okay, so now the question here is, did I? Through some... Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now if I... We'll see... I'll try reading a little bit of Homestuck, because I think that's sort of what I'm in the mood for. Something a little off. And then maybe I'll switch to Banjo-Kazooie. Just chatting. I wish I could make categories that were a little bit more specific. And maybe I can, but I don't really know how to do that. I don't know, live reading, maybe that's a better tag. Live reading. Is Homestuck a category? Is this Homestuck? It says it has 3.2 visual novel mystery. Oh, maybe that is. I thought that was a game called Homestuck. Oh, I thought when I saw that category, I was like, okay, this is definitely like somebody. It was just another game named Homestuck, but yeah, it looks like that's not the case. Okay. Well, because the front cover art doesn't really look like the characters. It looks like sort of this weird chibi-fied whatever. Okay. I opened this up, I'm like, did I have GameFAQs open up through this? It's like, no, this is... Yeah, I feel like blank probably would be better. Let's see, YouTube. Video game beats chill. Or it could be like the characters of Homestuck. You think that would also be an option? Like, that's the part that's kind of bizarre, that it's like, I mean, Homestuck can't be... I mean, it's got 3,000 followers. It's not a ton. Why is YouTube not loading? Close out. Let's see. YouTube? Oh, now it's loading. Okay. All right. Chill video game music. Okay. Running through some Homestuck and 440. Okay. It doesn't need to be super chill, but let me know if that's too loud. I don't think so because the TV looks pretty low, but hold on, I gotta. Okay. All right. I'll wait about 20 minutes and then I'll check on my wife. She'll probably be asleep, but okay. Homestuck 440. Writing the game facts. I forget if who's. Oh yeah, she's writing it. She's in the bunker. Okay. The long and short, the medium too. I may have been a bit hasty in advising you not to bother with a prototype. With the prototyping process, if I spared any details, only to optimize your chances of survival. And if you found yourself begrudging the absence of certain instruction, which if followed would have resulted in your demise, then I guess that makes two of us. Otherwise, you're welcome. But the fact appears to be that prototyping the kernel sprite before making your getaway may offer the only opportunity to exercise control over your new environment, place known as the medium. Also, if prototyped with one or two sufficiently, albeit loosely, humanoid and or sentient elements, living or otherwise, it offers the chance to have all this explained to you by an apparitional guide through whatever sort of cryptic, sketchy doublespeak your choice of prototyping elements engenders. In lieu of this, you may be forced to settle for my clear, thorough explanations and assiduous dissection of raw data. Again, don't mention it. If you have made it to the medium with an unmolested vanilla sprite, well, I've already covered the bad news about this missed opportunity, and I will go into this further soon. Though to what extent this actually is bad news, I'm not sure. I know only the result of my co-player's current configuration, wherein the sprite was prototyped once before the departure and once after, which brings us to the good news, which is that you can still prototype after your departure, and salvage the massively rewarding experience of haggling with an exposition-slinging phantom guide, so long as you avoid prototyping with terribly inert items, such as a brass door knocker in your father's pornography collection. Actually, that might be interesting. If you're struck by the spirit of such experimentation, please don't hesitate to contact me about it. So yes, you can enhance your sprite in this way, but doing so after your departure will no longer induce this effect on the medium I alluded to. That can only be accomplished with one or more pre-departure prototypings. In fact, we can extrapolate that there are only so many ways to prototype a sprite. Tiers of prototyping in relation to departure. Both before, one after, both after, only one, either before or after, none. Those occurring before will affect the medium through the kernel's hatching process and your guide, i.e. the sprite. Those occurring after will only affect the sprite. The effects this process has on the medium, or more globally, the insiposphere, are still vague to me. They have to do with flavoring the forces you will struggle against, and generally all forces at odds with each other in this realm. It has given me some insight into the nature of this game, which again I derived through extrapolation. We appear to be engaging in an instance of a dimension with highly flexible set parameters, and a series of objectives surrounding an equally flexible methodological framework. This framework seems to begin as a sort of blank template and evolves with the player's actions, and likely further evolves with the addition of more host/client connections, and thus more prototyped kernels. I regret to say I can't be much more specific than that without loosely extrapolating further. There are plenty of questions that have occurred to me. However, questions concerning the kernel sprite, which I've raised implicitly already, such as what is the effect of an unprototyped kernel on the medium, or a doubly prototyped kernel for that matter, and even more salient are questions about this dimension itself. Do all players worldwide make it to this dimension if dimension created for each new player? Do they successfully complete their departure, or is a unique blank instance of the dimension created for each new player? I have no evidence, but instinct tells me it is closer to the latter situation. There's no indication of any other players present in this realm. Alterations in the realm seem singularly centered on the actions of my co-player and myself. If I had to stake anything on it, I would guess every separate client/server pair activates its own fresh copy of an insiposphere, or unique session, if you will. But the quantity of players is a further complication which invites more questions. It seems the game was designed to suit two players most naturally, the server and the client. But through a mishap, my co-player and I have slipped out of the obvious tandem arrangement, and the only logical course of action to continue playing is to string a daisy chain of server-client connections together, until presumably the chain is complete. Theoretically, we could complete this chain with only one other player, functioning as the server to my client and the client to my current co-player's server, assuming he can recover it. The strange thing is, though, in our instance of this dimension, there are 4 receptacles for divided kernels, not 3. Does this mean we are destined to have a 4-player chain? How could the game know such a thing? Perhaps it does, and if this proves to be the case, I trust I'll be sufficiently numb to the realization. I could consider nothing about this game surprising at this point, and in fact, from the first moments of play, it managed to deviate so far from my expectations that I completely forgot what my original purpose with it was. I had chances to test some information I obtained in some good authority during the prototyping phases, but it completely slipped my mind. Instead, the game's catacombs securing the dark, twisting past to necromancy were blundered into rather on accident. But perhaps you don't need to know any of this. Rethink organization. Lead maybe Wasty Logoric? Sludge. Trimmed down. Blah. Jesus. She's not finished with this yet. Jeez, cut her some slack. Maybe you could go bug someone somewhere else for a while, or at the very least, somewhen else. Months of the past, but not many. Is this a full animation, or is it just snow? Guessing it's just snow. Alright, she's typing on her computer. Hi, happy birthday, Rose. Hello, and thanks. Did you get John's present yet? I just opened it this very moment. What a stunning coincidence you would ask about it now. I'm stunned. Yeah, I know. What will you make with it? And who said it was something from which something else could be made? Well, John did tell me what it was, duh. I suppose I'll take a stab at learning the craft. It's the least I could do in response to the subtle dig concealed in his gesture. He often tells me I need a new hobby when I make perfectly reasonable analytical remarks. Oh, but Rose, I don't think you meant anything like that by it. You see, not everybody always means the opposite of what they say the way you and Dave always do. Maybe. His birthday is in a few months, isn't it? Yep, I finally finished a present for him. I've been working on it for years. Years? It's so hard to tell when you're joking, or if you're even capable of it. I just mailed it too, so it is sure to get there on time. Mail takes a while to get anywhere from here. I'll probably craft something of strong sentimental value. That should burn him. I don't think you really mean that. I guess not. So, shall I expect a green package dropped to my house via airmail from whatever screwball cranny of the globe you're tucked into? No, sad face. Sorry, but you're sort of hard shop for. Besides, I have something for you today that I think you'll like better than something in a box. Oh? It is a tip. This is already intriguing enough to compensate for the grave scarcity of lavish gifts per parachuting from the sky. Please go on. Did you have a pet a long time ago that died? Yes. Okay, well, how did you feel about your cat? Did you love him a lot? Okay, well, I didn't mention it was a cat or that it was a male. Let's pretend I'm surprised and you're embarrassed and move on. To answer your questions, I would describe my feelings towards the animal as lukewarm. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't really matter, I think. Just, what if someone told you you could play a game that would bring him back to life? If someone told me that, I would regard the remark with a great deal of skepticism. If that someone was you, on the other hand, then I would have to ask preemptively, is that someone you? Yes, that someone is me. I just thought you might find it interesting. So what is this game? Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying is all. I think you'll hear about it later and maybe you could talk to John and Dave about it. They're way more into all that stuff than I am. I'll see what the word on the street is about. In due time, for now I should probably order a copy of Knitting for Assholes. It would be a shame if I ran late with Sean's present. Dave, get katana. You captcha log your katana. I'm not reading the math. Or the captcha log, the programming language math. And prepare to venture out into the apartment to retrieve your bro's copy of the game. But first, maybe, just maybe, retrieve dead bird. Dude, that bird is long gone. It probably won't last long in this heat anyway. You don't even know what's up with that sick heat. The sun threatens to set, but it won't step off. It's staring you down, like the big red eye of a hot needle skipping out a groove it's tracing around the earth. While lingering in midair, its heat seems to suspend time itself, stretching it like warped vinyl. It's meant to rain this season, but there ain't been a drop in sight. Even a little drizzle would help. Might help to fizzle this sizzle a little bizizzle. Set the record straight on this global turn tizzle. So don't change the dizzle, turn it up a little, and I got a living room full of fine dime brizzles, waiting on the pizzle, the dizzle, and the shizzle. G's to the bizac, now ladies here we gizzo. When the pimp's at their crib, ma, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. English romantic poet, John Keats. Right? Okay. Dave, exit your room and go into the living room. Was he just staring at the sun? I don't think that's good for you, man. I think that's... Alright. Alright, he comes out. He sees the little... puppet. Right? Turn down my volume. Oh, I did. Okay. Sorry, little dude, coming through. Gotta put you down for a bit. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. Dave hastily entered the room with wild abandon. You barge in and see a familiar face. A friendly face. Is that Mr. T? It is. You stand in the living room. Your bro spends most of his time in here. At night he crashes on the futon over there. You don't see him anywhere though. There's the puppet chest he stores his little Cal in when he takes him out of gigs. When he's home he usually leaves Cal on display somewhere. And with good reason, because Cal is totally sweet. So sweet. Man. Pity to fool. It's your brother's Mr. T puppet, which of course is kept in the apartment with a sense of profound humorous irony. But as usual with your bro's exploits, there's no ordinary irony. Oh yeah. We had that issue, didn't we? Okay. Because I could just scroll. Let me just do that. I'll scroll down. But as usual with your bro's exploits, there's no ordinary irony or anything close to a pedestrian tier 1 ironic gesture, which is a meager single step removed from sincerity. This is like 10 levels of irony removed from the original joke. It might have been funny like 8 years ago to joke about Mr. T and how he was sort of lame, but that was the very thing that made him awesome and badass, and that was his awesomeness was also sort of the joke, but in this case, the joke is the joke, and that degree of irony itself is also the joke, and so on. Only highly adept satirical ninjas like you and your bro could appreciate stuff like this. It's cool taking stuff that other people think is funny, but you know really isn't, and making it funny again by adding subtle strata of irony, which are utterly undetectable to the untrained eye. Also for good measure, Mr. T is wearing a leather thong and handcuffed to a pantsless Chuck Norris puppet. God, you hope you can be as good as your bro at this someday. You never tell him that, though. Find little Cal and give fist bumps. Cal's nowhere inside. All you see is a bunch of your bro's weird nude puppets strewn around haphazardly. You guess these things are kind of cool. Sort of. Got a Kermit butt, game bro, a lot of... a little bizarre. Play a game on the Xbox. Looks like your bro is playing. It's not like him to leave in the middle of some totally intense gaming. Not like him to misplace Cal either. Man, you hope the little guy's alright. Playing some Pringles, Pizza Cravers. Oh, there you are, dude. Didn't see you there. We'd be chill today, Cal. Yeah, you better fucking believe we'd be chill. Cal's the man. Resist great urge to play bro's Xbox. You failed to resist the urge. You started thrashing up stunts, something uncanny, brutal on your quest for mad snacks, yo. And you get this way rude hunger under control. Shit is basically flying off the hook. It's like shit wants nothing to do with that hook. That hook is dead to that shit. But you get stuck in some poorly modeled 3D fixture or something, like a railing or a piece of the wall, you'll have to reset. Fuck this shit. Give little Cal a bro fist bump. Well. Oh man, you almost forgot. Gotta give the C-Man some props. Check out your bro's sweet gear. Look around at your bro's sweet gear. A lot of puppets. Your bro has so much sweet gear, it's hard to keep up with it all sometimes. Here's his computer setup. He's usually got a lot of stuff cooking on here at any given moment. Since he's not around, you might as well sneak a peek. Look at your brother's computer. Your bro's computer is password protected, of course, to protect all the incredible top secret shit he's got on the burners. Of course, you know what the password is, and he knows you know it. You're both cool with that, because the password is the most awesome thing it can be. Is it, hell no? You enter the password. On the desktop is a hodgepodge of unnamed folders. It's exquisite. You enter the password on the desktop as a hodgepodge of unnamed folders to store all the stuff he's working on. No one can decipher his organization system but him. The art on the wall. Hold on, let me take a look. Oh, the art on the wall is exquisite. Okay, I thought that's what you were saying, the password wall. Yeah, it certainly is something. And he's got Muppet Babies too, that's bizarre. That show was even a little before the person who made this time. It had to have been. Muppet Babies was like a 1980. It wasn't Muppet Babies, like 1982. $1984. I was close. We got the Wizard. We got the Muppet. Oh, why is Gonzo's nose censored? What the fuck? Oh man. Alright, I'm I'm gonna go check on my wife. I'll be right back, bro. Okay. I'm wife nighting right now. We're in. All right, we're in. We're back. I don't think I read the second half. Okay. He also tends to use the application complete bullshit to keep up with the ludicrous amount of websites and news feeds he monitors to stay hip to the scene. Man, I remember, Windows XP and like Windows 7 even. You could always just be unorganized. I think that's still an option, but I've never met anyone who's done that. Well, no, that's not true. I have people met. Like the overlapping folders, that shit's crazy. Open complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. Content aggregator. This is complete bullshit. There we go. What have we got? Comic number 5. Sweet Bro comes through again. Comic 4, not ever back again. Home profile. Alright, whatever. Check if Sweet Bro and Hella Jeffs is a sweet update. Are these all supposed to be tabs? Oh my god. Bro keeps up with your projects in his aggregator, just like you keep up with his. He's tuned into your various blogs, and of course, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You navigate to the latest comic, one of the many bullshit feed bands. Fucking nacho party. Get my nacho. To be continued. Mouse of the orange stripe containing plush rump. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, it opened the second tab? Oh, shit. Bro, I got a ticket for the big game. It's sports. Dog, I'm so jealous. You know I love the big game. Oh, yeah. And there he goes. Big man has the rock. He's driving so hard through the paint downtown. Alley-oop for slam dunk. There you go. There's the little fun face there. Sport. Plush rump. Puppets, puppets, puppets. Go on the free tour. So all the fuzzy, fluffy, frolicsome fun you could stomach and more. I'm beginning to think his bro might be a little weird. We'll see though. Yeah, not a crypto coin in sight. Soft ass foam friend. Hi, soft ass quivers. Foam proboscis at soft ass. Bet there's a lot of give to that ass. Bounce a coin off it. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, but that coin will take a good nap there. Another one of you bros many ironic websites. The difference here is he breaks thousands of dollars a month through this enterprise. Smuppets are a multi-billion-dollar a year enterprise, and it's awfully hard to resist taking a firm squeeze from the plump butter of that cash cow. Stop wasting time and look for bros beta. Yes, you've messed around on his computer long enough. Better get a move on before it's too late for Rose. Or worse yet, your bro catches you. Oh my god, the rumps. They're transfixing. You know, it's ironic at all, and your bro reaches echelons of irony you can only dream of daring to fathom. But on rare occasions, when your guard is down, it all just seems a tad unsettling to you. You don't say. That's a funny little look around. Oh, hey there, Cal. Give little Cal a nervous fist bump. You're sort of starting to... Was that supposed to actually happen? I don't think so. You sort of starting to flip the fuck out without losing your cool, of course. I mean, yeah, this guy's room is fucked up. Pester John to ease your nerves. You get Egbert online again to give him the lowdown of your progress. You feel it's important to keep the wires hot, but he's not answering. You wonder what that guy is up to. Hey, what is up? What happened to the monster that's totally definitely in your room? Did you kill it? Where are you, man? Anyway, things are cool here. Totally cool. Puppets are still awesome. No problem with them or anything. Like, just really, really awesome. Looks like Rose is finally logged in again. Didn't John say her house is burning down? You wonder if she's on fire yet or what? Pester Rose. Oh, there you are. John said your house is burning down. Are you on fire yet or what? Wow. No, for now I have retired to the safety of a smaller building, which is much closer to the forest fire threatening my residence. Oh, well, that's a relief. John told me to get the game to help you get out of there, so I'm working on that now. Working on it? Yeah, my bro's copy, long story. Hey, don't tell John this, but I think he might have been right about the puppets. They're sort of starting to freak me out a little. You're referring to your brother's collection? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool and all, the semi-ironic puppet thing or whatever, or semi-ironic. Man, I don't even know. I'm just starting to think some of this shit is going a little far, and it's kind of fucked up. I've seen his websites. I like them. Haha, yeah, well, you would. Oh, man, I wish little Cal wouldn't look at me like that with his dead eyes. Jesus. Sometimes I dream that he's real and he's talking to me, and I wake up in a cold sweat and basically flip the fuck out. Interesting. Oh, God, why did I just tell you my dream? You're going to have a field day with that. I'm currently scrolling notes furiously into one of the many psychoanalysis journals I maintain for you, published papers forthcoming. Because, you know, it's not like either of us have anything better to do at the moment than to evaluate each other's radically debilitating pathologies. Yeah, I'm gonna get moving. Oh, have you heard from John? He's not answering me. He won't answer me either, but I am watching him. I suspect he's preoccupied with the fact that he just had a bucket of water dumped on his head by the ghost of his dead grandmother, who also happens to be dressed like a clown. Haha. Alright, I'm out. Later. John, what are you doing? Snap out of it. We ought to discuss what your grandmother told you, don't you think? Fine, enjoy your stupor. I'll go about my business elsewhere. John's not having a good time. Deploy the punch Designix. John, whenever you read this, you should know I put the shale you collected to use and finally deployed the punch Designix. It is in your study. I can only drop it, though. You'll have to be the one to mess around with it and see what it does. When you're finished with your weird histrionics, maybe you could give it a try. I'm updating my walkthrough, and it would help to know what it does. Got weird freaks out there. Also, I should probably warn you that your house and yard are completely infested with monsters now. Try to be careful. There's certainly monsters, that's for sure. So I can see. Stupid lousy imps. They're mucking up all my cool stuff. Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm not sure what came over me there. I was acting really crazy for some reason. But my head feels like it's clearing up. I think I'm alright now. John, rebuild the claw hammer and return it to Specubus. You're getting way better at this sort of thing. Oh, he does it right away. Nice. Confront Pogo Ride to prepare yourself for Nana. Thank God your sanity's returned so you can entertain extremely rational, coherent thoughts like this one. You examine the Pogo Ride from the bathroom window. You do not like what you see. Oh shit. Those sons of bitches. No one risked painful injury on your green slime ghost Pogo Ride. No one but you. Click, giddy up. Use arrow keys to operate Pogo Ride. Go for insane combos. As usual, coding. I'm not getting a single point. What the fuck? No, that's fine. Drop something heavy on one of those imps. Oh, we killed one of the imps. Nice. With the thing that she just gave. Or the piano? Rose, my piano! Oh. Sorry, no nuance to these controls at all. I was hoping to bludgeon the imp without letting go of it. Guess I can't really do that. A broken piano isn't the end of the world, though. I guess you're right. You'll need to pick up the spoils in person. I can't interact with the grist. So, that means I have to go out the back door? Yes, is there a problem? Well, it may sound dumb, but I was hoping to avoid Nana or spooky ghost cookies. You're right, that does sound dumb. Can you see her in the kitchen? Yeah. What's she doing? Is she baking? You could say that. Are you sure you can't get that grist up to me somehow? Maybe. Use Pogo Ride to fling grist through window. Doesn't look like the grist is going anywhere. You just never know with these gaming abstractions. Oh yeah, no flicking going on there. Die to the score of 0, baby. That's me. Unwilling to learn. Drop Pogo Ride in John's bathroom. Okay. Well, that seemed to work. Get grist. There you go. Now why don't you check out the Designix? You can do that while I get to work. On what? Level up for slaying the imp. The piano, in its valiant efforts, has unfortunately been slain. But if it hadn't, it would have ranked in so many $boon, you have no idea. So many. It's time to build. Alright. Nana said to build, so that's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, okay. But this sure is going to take a lot of grist. Looks like you're going to be busy, John. Ugh. Well, what are you building? Stairs. They're fairly expensive, actually. Oh man. I could have warned you about stairs, Rose. Just building stairs? I'll try recouping some of the grist from the catwalk I built earlier. It keeps happening! Ah, good. Looks like I can get a refund for earlier allocations. I told you, Rose. I told you about stairs. Okay, consider me fully briefed on the matter of stairs. Now, if you don't mind, it's hard enough to concentrate on this without immersing ourselves in Strider's non sequitur. You know he thinks puppets are cool? Does he? He's so dumb. Oh yeah, she dropped one of them off. Oh, not drop them off, she erased that. Okay. Use build grist to construct observation tower on roof. Okay, you obviously don't have enough grist yet for something that ambitious, but you could start with something of a foundation for upper construction at least. Check cabinets for imps or useful items. No imps in here, just a lot of shaving cream. Dad loves shaving. It's basically all they do. When they're not baking, that is. Bring 2 cans of shaving cream. Yeah, they seem to... I actually encountered a Homestuck meme on Tumblr where the person reposting it that had all the notes was like, I don't understand what's happening, but this is funny as fuck, because they were talking about like capture logging something and hitting a TSA agent with something and killing him. And it's like, man, if you had never heard about Homestuck, this would make no sense at all. I was proud of myself that I knew what the hell was going on. Alright, so grab some shaving cream, throw some stuff out. You capture log 2 cans of shaving cream just in case. You never know when you'll need to bust out a layer of shaving cream Santa beer to ratchet up your prankster's gambit. Your telescope goes flying out the window. Ride, pogo ride. It's a little cramped in here for any sort of proper reckless pogoing. You'll just grab it and hang on to it until the right moment presents itself. The towel floats back to the rack. The circle of stupidity is complete. Check on Nanaquin. See what's cooking. There, she's just baked cookies. Make your way to the study. Oh. Oh, wow. Blew up the imp. A bunch of imps in here. He's like, no. It looks like the imps have taken a shining to the Cruxtruder. Cruxite and black goo everywhere. Ride Slimer Pogo and one up that imp. Well, okay, it's not a Slimer Pogo, but you mount it anyways and brandish your deadly armaments. Ride your steed to victory. Oh, damn, it's working. Look at him kicking ass. This is incredibly dangerous. Flip the fuck out. Let's see how they like the old double barrel lather bastard. Whoops, oh shit! Smack down. Mr. John respectfully asks that you please stand up. At the poker ride, he's pointing shaving cream at it. Don't move or the pogo gets it! Now, sir boy, flee from this boorish rabble post-haste. Oh. Nice abscond, dude. Okay. Oh. Refrigerator. Level up for slaying the imp. The refrigerator skyrockets up the etch ladder up to a new rung. 5-star General Electric and earns 285 boon dollars. Things are really looking up for this feisty appliance. Well done, John. Polite congratulations. For some reason, you feel a sense of positive reinforcement. Wherever that feeling is coming from, it sure is a welcome change from your erratic moods earlier. Now, my civil fellow, I have a well-mannered query to ask. I blocked the entrance to the study to give you some space to work with the Designics. John, imp's behind you. Should I take care of it? You trapped your PDA again, didn't you? Why did you have to pick up all that stupid shaving cream? So pointless. Rose, drop something heavy on one of those imps. Grab safe. Oh. Was that necessary? Whatever. John, might I bother you for a can opener? Oblivious to the commotion behind you, suddenly you find yourself pondering the whereabouts of a can opener. You think there's probably one in the kitchen, but the path is blocked by a refrigerator. John is completely unresponsive. What the hell is that nincompoop doing? Years in the future. But let's not get totally carried away here. A studious eye darts about a page like a honeybee gathering the nectar of wisdom. Typical human, please, thank you, you're welcome. Good day, how do you do? Splendid, and you? Gratification, further courtesy, favor is mutually curried. Rip. Munch, 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 burp, burp, burp. Elixir known as tea. Everyone is polite. Absurd vestigial fourth digit is... Cantleverd? Cantleverd? Rip. Munch, 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 choo, choo, choo. Yeah, I can't take as many as I'd like to for comprehensive documentation. For what it's worth, here's what I've managed to collect so far. More captures forthcoming. Just kind of overview of stuff that's happening. Ah, steeds, steeds, what steeds? Has the world won a home and it remains? Is there a sensitive ear, alert as a flame in your every fiber? Hearing the familiar song from above, all in accord, you strain your bronze chest, and hooves barely touching the ground, turn into straight lines, cleaving the air, and all inspired by God, it rushes on. Another one of these things. Really, Egbert family? Really? A view of his kidnapped father's room. I can't see it in here for some reason. Perhaps it is because John himself has never entered the room. Is it possible that I can see only in a sense what John could see or has already seen? I have not found the time to discuss this with him yet. If he enters the room, the question may answer itself. Construct loft above John's room. Oh, she's building. Okay. Ladders seem to be a bit cheaper than stairs. Fellow John, it appears we have reached an impasse. Yes, it seems so. The opener dilemma remains unsettled, most unfortunately. It is unfortunate, I guess. What are we talking about again? Did something drop on the amp? No, it just happens. Somebody dropped something on it. It is unfortunate, I guess. What are we talking about again? But it has been a pleasure nonetheless. Thank you for the courtesy. It's not really necessary, but thanks anyway. Oh, but thank you. Okay. Thank you so very, very much, dear favorable small primate. She's laughing her ass off. I should take my leave now, John. Until next time. Wait, where did all this sweet loot come from? And why is there suddenly a crumpled hat on your head? Gather grist, examine Designix. Feeling especially economical with your behavioral suddenly, you scoop up all the grist in the room and turn your attention to the punch Designix all in one fell swoop. The device features a countertop station designed with a keyboard setup. Not unlike an old-fashioned computer. There is a blinking red light and a diagram etched into the panel. Oh. Oh, that was a mad, not laughing. Yeah, and Dave is, you know, not helping either. Answer Dave. Okay, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist deep in puppet ass. What is this specific problem? The problem is I'm up to my goddamn neck in fucking puppet dong. You know you like the mannequin dick, except it. I'm enrobed in chafing, wriggling god fucking damn puppet pelvis. An obscenely long, coarse Kermit cock is being dragged across my anguished face. Let's put this into perspective. You put up with a puppet prostate because you love it. Also, coarse is a good word. You don't seem to harbor any sympathy for the fact that I've burrowed fuck deep into lively, fluffy Muppet buttock. I'm whirling in the terrible cyclone at the epicenter of my own personal holocaust of twitching foam noses. It's like a fucking apocalypse of perky proboscis here. Like the proboscalypse, I guess. Are you gonna start rapping about this? What? No, listen. Prong of flesh, bereft of home, found solace twixt a cleft of foam. No, oh Jesus. Of apocalypse, your thoughts eclipse a painted pair of parted lips that dare through kiss to stir the air that teases tufts of orange hair, and though faces flush in lovers' fits, hang snug and plush as gloves befit. Okay, Dickinson, if you could shut your perfuming trap for half a second. This is serious. I'm just saying, if I see one more soft, bulbous bottom being like, kind of jutting out and impudent or whatever, I'm gonna fly off the handle. I'm gonna do some sort of acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and win like a medal or some shit. And let's hope there will be a squishy derriere somewhere below the handle to break your fall. John, observe back at the first visible capture log card. You flip over the top card containing your pogo ride. Anytime you capture lock something, a new code appears in the back of the card. You've always wondered what the code was for. Damn, these things are hard to read, but then you've never really found any reason to decipher them. Until now, perhaps? Examine reverse side of hammer card and strife specibus. Looks like cards of your Strife deck have codes too. Enter capture code as seen on the back of Pogo Ride card. You enter the code into the keyboard. At least you think that's what the code is. The red light switches off. A green light begins blinking. Insert card. Okay, you got a punch card. Type in the next one. In the interest of due diligence, you enter the other code and repeat the process of that card too. Both cards are now punched with different hold patterns. Attempt to retrieve Pogo from card. Oh, well, that should just be a simple matter of, uh-oh, it looks like it's trapped now. You don't see how you can access the item anymore, or store a new item there for that matter. These cards are pretty much useless now, and the items they contain are toast. But maybe all is not lost. Recalling from your experience with the pre-punch card, you may be able to use the cards to replicate the items in question. Assuming you got the codes right, that is. Mash keys heedlessly. Not quite through with your cowboy empiricism just yet, you mash the keyboard to generate a random code. You enter the design X stops you after 8 characters, which appears to be the maximum length for a code. The green light goes on, signaling its readiness for a card. You figure you might as well burn the shaving cream since the product is not exactly a premium in your household. You also figure you might as well merge in the 2 cans to 1 card. You're a little sad that your dad isn't around for this. You have a feeling he would get a real kick out of the idea of duplicating more shaving cream. You punch the card with the pattern that is in no way related to the code for the item it contains. This should make for an interesting experiment. Mad science is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you just burned another card in the process. Your deck is really dwindling now. Maybe you should have thought this through a little better. On the plus side, you just freed up your PDA, which is overflowing with the pent-up chatter of anxious pesтерers. Got an imp watching you. I'm just looking at you. Oh, he's looking at... Oh. Oh, shit. Bam. Wow. Answer your chums. Puppet's awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter. Turn Tech Godhead, TG, changes mood to rancorous. John, I'm about to throw a bathtub through your wall. Watch out. Awesome. Wow, that was so totally unnecessary. I made a shortcut upstairs. I thought it would be a good idea to get up there and try the cards as soon as possible. Also, you weren't being terribly responsive. You mean these stairs? Man, look at these shitty stairs. They're so narrow. I'm supposed to climb these? They're perfectly navigable. I'm saving on grist for now. If you keep slaying foes, collecting grist, and expanding the cash limit, we may not need to be so economical with our resources in the future. Looks up. See something. So why don't you just build a way up through that hole into my dad's room? Have you ever been in there? No? Exactly. Huh? I'd rather not get sidetracked. I'm more interested in further exploring the mechanisms of the game than watching you discover what sort of outlandish harlequin decor your father keeps in his room. Well, come on, what's the big deal? I'll just climb up and go right through. Will you? Yeah, why not? Are you saying you've never wondered what's in there, or why it's been kept a secret from you? Well, I mean, yeah. Then trust me, you won't be going right on through. Wait, are you saying there's, like, something troubling in there? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you see in there? I can't see in there. Oh. But I don't have a very good feeling about it. Pfft, whatever, I think I can handle a few more stupid clown paintings. Move punch cards to John's room. Drag some Cruxite dowels up to John's room. Collect grist, examine safe. You swoop up the bountiful supply of grist generated by your co-player's recent exploits. From now on, it will probably go without saying that you'll nab any grist lying around without making a big fuss over it. You check out the busted safe, which has made a noble sacrifice in battle. Some of your father's odds and ends have spilled out, including some old newspaper clippings and 2 rather hefty tomes. It's a fair bet that those books comprise at least half the weight of the save. Examine Family Tome of Humor. It's another copy of Colonel Sasker's jaunty text of magical frivolity and practical japery. This one looks really old, perhaps an original printing. Could it be the same one involved with your grandmother's unfortunate accident on that fateful day? Dad would never speak a word about it, but maybe Nana wouldn't be so tight-lipped? You give it a cursory perusal. It appears to be similar to your reprinting, listing all the japes and chicanery you have come to know and love. You capture log it, thinking you may give it a closer look later. Examine contents of safe. Alright, take a look inside the safe. The Fatherly Gent's Shaving Almanac. You take a look at the other book. You're sure Dad thought this was a... Scintillating read, but it looks... Okay, whatever. But it looks pretty boring to you. Maybe you'll crack into it someday when you're old enough to shave. Everything in this safe was obviously very important to your father. You wonder why he kept it locked away from you. Some things about him you will never understand. Seems he's been collecting scraps from the news over the years. These articles go back decades. The common pornographer. Space rocks knock local burbs block off. Populace oblivious to broader significance of events, assuming there is any, which there definitely isn't. Shortly after 4 a.m. Today, a downpour of meteors in a residential neighborhood became yet another instance in a pattern of recent rocky cosmological phenomenon. The incident, aside from property damage and loss of life, is downplayed by authorities as not all that big of a deal. Look at the piece of paper taped to the wall. Son, if you're reading this, it means you are now strong enough to lift the safe. You are now a man. As such, you are entitled to what is inside. I know you will take this responsibility seriously. I am so proud of you. Turn the card over. You guess this is the combination of the safe. This is completely useless. Examine back of capture log card on floor. Yes, these are all zeros, or are they all capital zeros? Or capital O's? Zeros would probably make more sense for an empty card, you think? Capture log the card. Nope. Enter code on back of card into DesignX. Punch card. Wait, John, before you punch that... Oh, I was about to say, if you first took note of the code, then removed the card from the card, you could have punched the blank one. You would have only burned one card instead of two. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn it! Throw a hat down in disgust. Capture log punch, capture log card. What? Take PDA. Two cards. Oh God. The two cards still the text. Inventory of dumbasses. John, level up. Oh, he did level up. Level up for slaying the imp. Colonel Sassacre. The Colonel soars to new heights on his etch ladder, reaching the rung, one-man julep vacuum, and pockets $95.50 boon dollars. Chump change for the genteel, aristocratic Southern Colonel. Bathtub. Level up for slaying the imp. The bathtub surges heroically and surpasses the rung, Archimedes' aqua cradle, proceeding directly into vaulted rung, Taft Jammer. The tub makes off with a cool 490 boon dollars. The tub's base and capacity remains unaffected. Level up for slaying the imp. Save. The safe is slain in battle. A great flaming nautical pyre carries it off to Valhalla. John, make your way up to those stairs post haste. You're not sure. They look pretty precarious to you, but you're assured the stairs are perfectly navigable. Navigable. Lad, scramble. He's run up the stairs. Oh, he almost falls off. He grabs onto them. Lousy goddamn stupid stairs. Oh, there's an imp climbing up the side. Ignore little Cal and find the beta. You wander over to the place your bro keeps his sweet turntable gear. Man, that setup is sweet. You feel pangs of jealousy whenever you walk by it. Really cool jealousy, though. Like the kind where instead of getting all worked up about it, you don't actually give a shit. One of your brother's rad and extremely expensive ninja swords is missing, though. You know the drill all too well. Trouble's a brewing. Take expensive ninja sword. Oh, sword's gone. What sword? Exit your bro's room. You approach the exit. There's something on the door you haven't seen before. Looks like one of your bros' ironic comics he left for you to check out. Oh, little Cal, coming around. What have I done? Animal, please stop breathing. Oh God, please breathe. Make believe time is over. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. What will Nanny do to me if she finds out? No one could ever know. I have to hide the body, but where? Think, imagination. Oh, this one time I really need you. Click. Hello, Ralph. I want to play a game. I want to play a game. To play a... Rip? Okay, some of the stuff you know he's just leaving around to get under your skin. This is obviously another ploy, his relentless siege of one-upmanship to get your goat. Same goat you've been meaning to bleat like ironically, but that will still have to wait for a more appropriate time. I think he knows that deep down you feel like you're still not ironic enough to get stuff like this. This is probably some weird gauntlet he's throwing down to see if you will get it. But honestly, you think this material is just a little too ironic. You just don't need to see this shit right now. Go into the kitchen. No sign of bro in here either. Well, aside from the absurd quantity of awesome, dangerous stuff he leaves lying around. Damn. Transfer katana to Strife Specubus. With an escalating sense of threat, you think it's time you shift your katana to your specabos. You figure it's better to free up the card anyway, since you might need to grab some of this stuff. Set blender to mix. You guess bro stuck some fake blood capsules in that puppet? Pretty gross. You spot one of your bros' many webcams nearby, recording the incident. It seems you have just been an unwitting accessory to some sort of grisly puppet snuff film. You're not totally sure how you feel about that. Oh, it cuts the head off. Nice. Of the webcam. Capture lock Buster sword from behind microwave. This might be the only thing in the whole apartment that's a bigger piece of shit than your own sword. You put it back behind the microwave where it belongs. Set blender to crush ice. It's just sort of bouncing around in there. You're making a bit of a mess now. Hide evidence in microwave. Oh, he opens the microwave. There's a lot of puppet ass. See, like, his hobbies are cool and all, and you guess he's got to put his shit somewhere, but what if you just wanted to heat up a burrito or something? The kitchen's pretty much useless. Grab those fireworks. Capture log all the fireworks the sink has to offer. You just know these are going to come in handy. Why would they be in the sink if they weren't? Looks like one of them is still stuck in the garbage disposal. Capture log shurikens. You grab the shurikens and, hey, careful where you're putting stuff, especially if you're looking to turn your Silodex into a powder keg full of sharp things. You put the box of fireworks back into card 5 and prepare to start over, or card 3 apparently. That settles that, you guess. Take nunchaku. You take the nunchaku, once again grabbing without thinking yet. First, you capture log the box again, which all adeptly avoiding the shuriken trap, which you yourself set only moments ago. You again round up all the fireworks. Time to regroup here. Capture log each shuriken individually. You grab each shuriken one at a time, knocking out those nunchaku. But no worries, you got a plan. Capture log nunchucks. You take the nunchucks. Everything seems to be in order now. It would have been badass to go with the authentic Japanese names for each weapon, but sometimes you just gotta compromise with this modus. Examine fetch modus. Flip over your fetch modus and check out the back. You're not really sure what it is. You're seeing this thing. Oh well, who cares? It's the hash functions. You can, whatever. Press eject button. Oh hell no, not after all that trouble you went through to get that stuff situated. This is potentially a very dangerous button. Change to scramble points hash modus. First, you program your modus with the scramble points hash function, adding it to the list. This might be a cool function to use. Oh shit, oh yeah. Totally missed that. You're not really sure where it is you're keeping this thing. Oh well, who cares? Yep, there we go. Alright, read the rest of that. Okay. Have to empty your Silodex to select it. You're just not going to do that yet. No way. Okay, not changing function yet. Check the box, detect collisions. Okay. Take the skateboard. And just what is this guy so happy about? What's he looking up? What's he looking at up there? You thinking if you see one more soft bulbous bottom being like kind of jutting out and impudent or whatever, you're gonna fly off the handle. Cuts off the nose, lands right on the skateboard. You take the skateboard. Actually, no, you don't. Collision has been detected. You take the wheeled ride. Man, your inventory's nomenclature is getting lamer by the minute. Capture log the unplugged power cord. You take the power cord. Wait, no, not going to work. Think of a new word for power cord. You take the battery pack. Damn it, you take the battery pack. Using the Y as a consonant. Your Silodex reluctantly accepts. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what, did I read that wrong? Oh, no. It's a tactic notoriously employed by hash map noobs, but you just don't care about that now. Besides, it's not like your bro's around to see. I think that was his bro. Running around, placing cal all over the place. Search for mad snacks, yo. Ooh. Oh, it was just a little cal again. You never stay mad at him. Anyway, you gotta get this way rude hunger under control. You figure you gotta scope the fridge for some grub. This hunger is so ill-mannered it would make a room full of snooty dowagers commit mass suicide. Open refrigerator. Oh god, more shitty swords. Of course you knew these were in here. You're not even sure why you looked. If you want to keep any food or beverage in this apartment, you pretty much got no choice but hide stuff away in your closet. Take swords. Hell with it. You try to take the entire jumble of unbelievably shitty swords and brace yourself for... Looks like that actually works, actually. You capture like the jumble of unbelievably shitty swords. Use Ice Maker. It's still hot around here. You dispense several cherry bombs. Wait, he's not looking at you in the reflection. Oh, look out. Where the little dudes scamper off to this time? Capture log cherry bombs. You go for the cherry bombs unsuccessfully. After mulling it over a bit, you take the red spherical salutes. Salutes? Take blender. Blender is a pretty simple word, and you can already tell that's not going to work. Instead, you take the whirring blade pitcher. That's really a much better name for it anyway, you think. Activate garbage disposal. Stuff down Mr. Purple Guy into the garbage disposal. You're still not sure why he's so happy about or what he's looking at up there. While you're at it, you dump the contents of the blender, whirling blade pitcher into the disposal, but you suffer an unfortunate garbage disposal head jam. You notice something in the reflection. Something above you. Hello, Dave. The hatch, the crawl space above your apartment. Bro's always tucking away in there, but when he's busting out his rad stealth stunts. He's so slick that dangling cord never even jostles. You just know he's being ironic with these weird mind games. There's no way anyone can be serious about aping those shitty movies. Use the turntables and cinder blocks to make a fort. What the hell is going on? It's a pretty sweet fort you just made, and you're pretty sure your brother would agree. Under different circumstances, you might be high-fiving over it right now, but rather than get inside and take her for a spin, you really just need to use it to get up to that hatch. Yank cord. And it's time to face your destiny. No going back now. So much puppet ass. I gotta feed the dogs. Puppet ass, puppet dicks. All right. Yeah, I thought this would be a funny place to leave Dave on. I should move that fan closer too. Okay, that's better. God, I had to hydrate my contacts. Starting to dry out from all this reading, all these puppet dongs. Right, Puppet Dong City. New Dong City. Yeah, there's pretty much no way there wasn't going to be a bunch of puppets in there. Oh, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid? Oh, yeah. Read the note on the hatch. Oh, the one on top, just like a little curved. Bro, roof now. Bring cow. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Where making this happen? Dave, burst out of the puppet pile like the one. Dave, be the other guy. You are now the other guy. John, take dowels and sheets from bed and make a tent. Where making this happen? This is so much fun. A huge waste of time, yes, but so much fun. Carve a totem of the punched pogo card. You put the punched card containing the pogo ride in the slot and carve a totem from one of the Cruxite dowels. No fun allowed. Repeat process with other cards and dowels. Oh, that's what was going on? She tossed the tent? That's so rude. Oh, right, because that's her cursor and she moved it. Sometimes there's most of the time I understand what's going on, but sometimes it's like, what is going on in this panel? Especially at the rate I'm reading this, you know, like if you're reading this like daily, it'd be one thing. I'm reading this at like, I mean, these are all uploaded, I suppose. 909. Like 3 or 4 a day. If not more than that, I suppose. He's going crazy on it. Repeat process with other cards and dowels. I imagine once it starts getting a bit more complicated, that's harder to pull off, but I don't know. It is surprising. I mean, anyone who did the day, there was a lot of people who used to do daily webcomics, and like those people, a lot of patience. You use the card containing the code for the hammer, as well as the one with the random code you punch over the shaved cream card for the hell of it. You carve the respective totems for the cards. Do the same thing with captcha log card. You make a totem for a captcha log card. Pretty bare bones looking totem if you ask you. Collect totems. You show the totems in your Athenium. Produce captcha log card. Oh, that's Rose produces it. Okay. The alchemator requires 1 unit of any type of grist to produce 1 card. You decide to use shale since it seems less generally useful than build grist as of now. You make a whole bunch of them. Whoa, did you just make all these? Yes. Sweet, thanks. What did you do with all the blue wobbly vase looking things? I brought the totems out to the alchemator to test them. I'm taking some things into my own hands to save some time. Okay. You create a hammer at the expense of 2 units of build grist. You make a pogo ride too. -5 build, 1 shale. Oh god, the imps are taking it. You use the totem card with the random code. You created a rocket pack with some random crap stuck inside it. Looks like a cinder block, a violin, and a flower pot. The items have rendered the device completely inoperable. You figure you might as well put this piece of junk to use. collect cards. Using a little strategy, first you grab Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney, then the cards, then your ejected PDA, then the book again to flush the cards into your deck. Nice going. Turn on Detect Collisions. You flip your fetch modi, but find no such option. This is idiotic. Read book, be the wise guy. Harry Anderson, Wise Guy, From the Street to the Screen. New Orleans, 1977. The close-up room at the Magic Castle is this mean little box that tended to fill up with so much smoke you'd swear someone was cremating a wet dog in there. Jesus. In walks Anderson. There isn't much that gets liquor to pause its journey from the table to my lamps, but I'll be the bastard love child of Ulysses Octoroon if that kid wasn't the cat that swallows the canary in a dapper little hat. It looks like he was testing the tensile strength of his suspenders to the damn near limb with a pair of cocky thumbs. I wasn't impressed, but I was a fool. Somehow in my motion for another beverage, he'd already slipped into polite conversation at a table held down by some notoriously brusque regulars. He had them in no time flat. They were melted butter in his glass ramekins. Whatever tidy yarn he'd spun to win them over, I didn't catch a word of it. One of them laughed. I was angry. Envious? Maybe a little. Yeah, you bet I was. Anders had one of those little wooden finger choppers that Mickey Hades used to sell. The kind where the blade could be removed and clearly shown. It was a very convincing little guillotine that did not look like a novelty store toy. Harry would get a guy to examine the chopper and then cut a cigarette in half. Then he held the guy's hand up and told this silly story. The story, of course, was artifice, a distraction for the guy in the audience while he worked his stuff with the chopper. Or had become that, once his famous chopper trick was perfected, vaulting him into fame, fortune, and the crowning position in the television judiciary. With what became his signature aplomb, Anderson was in moments a font of breast pocket gauze, profuse apology, and redoubling determination. It's really amazing how hard it is to find a bloody sausage-sized piece of a guy on the floor of a room that dark and smoky. Impossible, I think we all proved. Just as impossible as blind Willie Buttermilk Stubbs is going to find it to work his trumpet tomorrow night without his twiddling fingers. Henry and I never smoke anymore. He got free, his book was a duplicate of the one he already had. Oh! So he has two. I'm gonna have to read this entire thing and then, like, read supplementary material to fully understand what is going on with the fetch notices, making it useless. Oh. What was the other setting? Philo and FIFO? What's the difference between Philo and FIFO? I don't know. Never really understand what Cavaney's relation to Anderson was, or why he wrote this book about him. His ambivalent attitude to your favorite magician in these anecdotes always struck you as a little weird, and to be honest, you tend not to read much of the text in the book. You mostly like to look at the diagrams for all the cool tricks. Oh, oh my god, of course, FIFO. Yeah, first in, first out. Yeah. I only ever think of that in food terms, like when I work at the restaurant. And we only ever use FIFO. Yeah. Oh god. Eggs in the hole, aka the a-hole trick. Here's a perfect example of how Harry could ruin several decks of cards, waste everyone's valuable time, and have you love him for it. He was good at that. One day, he noisily emptied his suit jacket pocket under the hood of his car in search of change for the meter. A clunky metal thing slid from the pile and bounced on the sidewalk. As I retrieved it for him, I asked what he was doing with the hole plunger in his pocket. His face lit up at the question like he was an elf, and I asked him how he felt about climbing into the hollow of a big tree to bake some cookies or something. The 2-foot 6-inch height differential between us caused these comparisons to enter my mind. A small crowd had already gathered around even before we produced the first pack of unmolested cards. How people seem to gather and how they even know a street performance is about to take place, I'll never know. It's perhaps Anderson's greatest trick, knowing the marks like that. I want to ask if he was sure about this, performing in broad daylight. He was used to working in dark rooms. It was usually the first thing out of his mouth when he would queer a trick. I'm really more accustomed to working in a dark room than this. But Harry was excited and had already butchered the first deck of cards with the hole puncher and issued the first round of apologies to the crowd. These were like the Prumer apologies, the sort that got the folks loosened up a bit before the 7-course meal of ingratiation that would have inevitably follow. He asked me for a fresh deck of cards and I gave him one. The principle behind this trick in theory, as he explained to me later, was to punch holes in what appeared to be one card but was in fact 2 or more together. Hence the difficulty he often had in squeezing the puncher with his little elfish hands. Then, using some coy maneuvers with his thumb, temporarily concealing the hole while he slid the card beneath it with his palm. The hole would seem to disappear or move to another part of the card. Oh yeah, that's right. The old hole in the ace trick. Interestingly enough, pertaining to punching holes in cards and making them disappear and stuff. Your hands were never really strong enough to make this one work all that well either. But actually, this gives you an idea. You overlap two of the punch cards. They mask each other's hole patterns. Put both cards in totem life. You carve another totem using the new combined hole pattern. Take it to the alchemeter. Oh man, look like Rose made like 1,000,000 hammers for some reason. Get all this shit out of the way. You're about to make something sweet. Oh. You got the pogo hammer. Practice the new weapon. Pogo, 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 bong, 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 bong. That imp looks annoyed. What did you do? I combined the cards in the lathe thing. You made this. It's so sweet. Man, look at me go. I see. That was a really good idea, John. Nice work. Thanks. I got the idea from Harry Anderson. Who? You know the show Night Court? No. Oh, well, bottom line is, he's awesome. That's really all there is to say on that matter. John, attack the nearest imp to test Pogo Hammer's strength. You get a vicious, rhythmic, bouncing combo going and easily slay the imp in one blow. You and the Pogo Rider catapulted sky high in the process. Oh. Oh, the imp went somewhere. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, got on the bet. Sweet catch. Oh, the big imp came in to the big hole. Another big imp coming up. Rose, Pester John. Hey, that was pretty nice sweet catch. Save. Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that. This is pretty comfy. Why don't you just like carry the bed around with me on it up to the gate up there? I can't interact with you directly or anything that you are touching. It will, if it will result in moving you. See? Oh, lame. The game probably regards this as a kind of cheating, in a way, thieving you of your free will as an adventurer and the need to advance by your own skill and ingenuity. The server player is just a facilitator. Well, okay. All that scurrying around kind of wore me out. I think I'm gonna rest here for a bit. Rose, can you keep the imps at bay? Like, drop some stuff on them if they sneak too close? No, you should pick up your hammer and defend yourself. What? Come on! I have no idea what the hell Dave is up to, or if he's any closer to recovering the game. There's some stuff I'd like to try, in case he doesn't come through. Alright, I'm just gonna rest my eyes here a second, though. John, sleep. Hey! Hey! There he is. I don't remember if he showed up earlier, but... there he is. There's Tobiathan Foxeter. Look at Toby. Yay. Artists. Let's see. Toby Fox. Oh, yeah, it doesn't even show in here yet. Alright. Check Alchemy Excursus. Alright, I think I got like 10 more in me, and then maybe I'll switch to playing a game. Yeah, well, there you go. Still, Toby Fox mentioned, we'll celebrate it every time one comes. Looks like a sort of index document and all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a convenient resource as you start to stumble on more useful card combinations, but ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating other ways that this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. That is, if you can think of anything that would be worth sending to him. Captchalog, Sburb, Server, CD. You eject the disk and captchalog the server CD. Message Sean the captcha code. Oh, no captcha code. Oh, god damn it. The generator's freaking out. There's a lot of fire going on. I think the generator's about to shut off. And it's off. Facepalm ×2 combo. John, wake up. Hey! Toby Foxy! Toby Foxy! Hey! Whoa, there you are. How's your adventure going, John? That's okay, I'm making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she's helping me now. That's good. Oh, but like, I don't think I'm actually saving the world here. I know I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that. Well, I think whatever it is, it must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it'll all turn out for best if you stay positive. Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice. Yeah, you're probably right, but I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I? I don't know, didn't you? I don't know. Maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something. Yeah, maybe that was it. They're really weird when they talk to me about you. Like, they're always trying to convince me you have some spooky powers, but I'm always like, no, she seems like a pretty regular girl to me. All right, page 666. All right, I'll go for it. Man, I'm sure people do. This is like a total aside, but this kind of texting back and forth gives me flashbacks to I guess texting around this time where it's just nostalgic now, where it's like, especially someone texting you like something like this. Well, you know, without an actual emoji, it's the good old fashioned, just, you know, colon, capital D. Like, it hits me in the like 10th grade, 11th grade, like flirting. Yeah. You know, it's just that's the problem, is that they constantly fucking replace them with emojis. And it's like, just, yeah, there you go. But, you know, if someone texts you that, you know, you're in like Flint. Like, things are going pretty well between you two, and that just hits you right in the right in the feels, I guess. Versus now, where everything is just a bunch of fucking emojis, especially GIF emojis, which, like, I think GIF emojis are fine, but I think that I'm just an old man yelling at clouds. But I do think that I like the text, because that's what I grew up on. Yeah, emoticon supremacy. But then when I think back, maybe there are times when it seems like you know some things. Like, maybe you know more about a thing than you're telling me. I don't know. Oh, well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things that I know. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, John, I forgot I was messaging you about that meteor that fell near my house. Oh, yeah, whatever happened with that? Oh, boy, well, turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. Oh, like this? Classic. See, with a little sweat? Shit. So I guess I fell asleep for a while and lost track of time. That happens. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Maybe you should, like, wear an alarm clock or something? So what was the deal with the meteor? Well, it's hard to explain, but I know what it is now, and now I know everything's gonna be okay. So what is it? Or is this just another thing you're waiting to tell me? Oh gosh, Sean, I really want to tell you all this stuff, but I can't yet. I really think you need to wake up first. Huh? Well, okay, not literally. Well, okay, maybe kinda literally. Ugh, stop being so confusing. LOL, smiley face. Anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company. Heart. Guard Gnostic. Ceased pestering. Quickly grab the pogo hammer. You stick the pogo hammer back in your striped speckless and get ready to kill some more of these pesky little... Huh? What's that? Oh shit, it's the big one! Oh, the other imp's hiding too. Rose, why don't you drop something on that thing? Oh no. Ah! Be the imp. You be the imp and quickly abscond the fuck out of there. This is what weaker adversaries do whenever things get too hot to handle, which is frequently. Prepare for a boss battle. You stop being the imp because that was stupid and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remembered was on the roof. There are some things in here that would be good to stock up on for a major battle, but it looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous. Imp looking up. Big guy climbing up. He's going for the little ride thing. You're being ambushed. There isn't much room to maneuver on this sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground. Send to the highest point of the house. You go up there. Bunk, 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 bunk. Look down. You peek over the edge. It already seems like a long way down to your yard, not even to speak of whatever's below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from the branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps gotta be making off with all your sweet gear? Turn around. Crude ogre. You're confronted with a pair of enormous foes. This is it. You have no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally going to happen now and could in no way conceivably be interrupted by a sudden shift in our intention. It's go time. It's time to do this thing. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Dave, stop being the other guy. You stop being the other guy. You're not even sure what that meant anyway. Dave, ascend to the highest point of the building. There's some pretty slick animation. Psych. Oh wait. Double psych out combo. You are now the wayward vagabond. Retreat. Got him already. Examine rotten pumpkin. What pumpkin? Check the little red bar. Okay. Okay. That is a good place to, I think, end this portion of the stream. What time is it? 11? Oh, yeah, I still got time. Okay. Well, yeah, we got, what did I was on? 440. So 540, 640. So like 220 some, 229. That's pretty good. I mean, I know there are like 4,000 or whatever, but like, you know, and what do they start out? New oldest to newest. This is only, wow, that is so many created over the course of like 5 months. Like that is so much. That's crazy. Yeah, reach page 8,130. So I'm not even 1/8 through. But I did read some of these other ones. So that did take up some of that time too, which, you know. So interesting. So interesting. Yeah, the Sweet Bro Hella Jeff thing, I definitely saw screenshots of that when I was younger, but I had no idea what was going on and like probably just completely ignored it. Okay, what was I gonna look at? I was gonna look at the best way to play Banjo-Kazooie. And 64 games can install on PC. I don't want to try AI mode Google. Yeah, I would say that in Homestuck, I can see why, you know, after like 150 to 200-ish, it really does pick up quite a bit. God damn it, Google, I'm not interested. It's so annoying. Okay, let's see. No, what? Oh God, it's just gonna keep fucking asking me, isn't it? Okay, what is the? Oh God, recompiled games. That's what I'm looking for. N64 recompiled games. Oh, that's good. I mean, yeah, I believe it. I mean, especially just the how well the GIFs are made. Like the animation is good. Like I could see how it became such a phenomenon. And like with any web comic, especially daily web comics, usually the first year is just them trying to get their feet, trying to figure out where they're going to be going with it. So that's now where is the works in progress? Yeah, I don't care about this stuff. Okay, game decompilation. Well, yeah, game decompilation, that doesn't matter. We need the game recompilation. Well, that is pretty cool that people fully decompilated all these N64 games. Yeah, the Xbox versions would make a lot of sense, but I'm trying to figure out the recompilated games. Well, that's so there, and this is a whole thing that I went down a rabbit hole on. So they have the decompilation, so they have it like fully, like where you can grab all the assets, and then the recompilation is the decompilation taken and made on made a local installer on your PC that you can play natively. And they did that with a few games, and I'm trying to figure out if they did that with Banjo-Kazooie or not. And that is the part that I'm searching right now. Bless these people, because they're fucking out here doing it. Because there's this whole thing where they they decompilate it, or they recompile. God, what am I trying to say right now? They did it for Majora's Mask, and they did it for Ocarina of Time. I know those are two that they've done it with. So that's, it's just, I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, none of these people are, I fucking hate Google, man. Everything just pops up with a Reddit post that are like from 4 years ago. It's like, I just want to see stuff from recently. Games list. Well, list of recompilations. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe I should just do this. N64. Let's do Banjo-Kazooie recompiled. Did somebody do it, or is it just decompilation? Because decompilation doesn't matter as much. Yeah, I think it's just the decompiled. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They haven't done it yet, but for the couple games that they have done it for, it is really cool, because that is how I played Ocarina of Time. This last time I played Ocarina of Time, I don't even remember when I did play it. But if someone could make a tool that does it maybe a little bit more automatically because of the games have been decompiled, you know. Yeah, Mario 64, yeah, has that. It's sick. I mean, it's so sick. It just like, you know, if I knew stuff about programming, I'd be doing that. I mean, that'd be so cool just to be like, oh yeah, I took the decompiled version of Banjo-Kazooie and put it in there. I thought I saw. No, this is all just still decompiled. Well, I was gonna play Paper Mario, and I'm like, oh, is Paper Mario decompiled? And it's like, yes, it is, but it is not recompiled. So that's where I know the difference in my head between the two. Okay. Let's see. People are saying the Xenia emulator is probably the best way to go. I feel like I'd much rather just sort of do that. Because Xenia doesn't have save states, but then also it would look better on an emulator. But also I could just play it on the Switch 2, which does have save states. Let's just do best way to play Banjo-Kazooie. Yes, I can emulate an Xbox 360. So that is... Doesn't Rare Replay have it too? Is Rare Replay only for Xbox, or was there a PC version? I have an Xbox One S, and I'm pretty sure I have Banjo-Kazooie on there. I just really don't want to. I really don't want to deal with that. Okay, let's do this. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Here we go. Okay. Oh, GitHub, Microsoft 360, the letter B. I want to make sure that I am doing the Xbox Live titles, not Xbox LA. That might just show up in the... Okay, hold on. These are all locked. Okay. That's... Well, then, not that one. Digital. Yeah, poor Internet Archive. Swim have Banjo? Xbox 360? The letter B? No, Xbox Live! Yeah, woo! So what's the deal with all of these Nintendo fans? Okay, it doesn't have the Xbox Live. Why is it going to the other website? That's not even the right website. Banjo-Kazooie. There we go. Okay. Now let me see if I can get this working in a very short amount of time. I should be able to, considering how much fucking time I've dealt with this stuff. Okay. Xenia is in here. Do I have the most recent Xenia version? What's the most recent Xenia version? Xenia. That one says 2024. I'll just do that. Okay. And then downloads. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna work. Okay, probably need to take it out of the zip folder. Alright, this is probably the most roundabout way to play this, but we're gonna give it a shot. You know, I was thinking of doing this with the save states, which, you know, I'm actually pretty much for save states 99% of the time, but I do think that the increased fidelity is worth something here because, like, you know. Oh, resize that. There we go. Is my controller automatically picked up? Can I unlock the full game? Is that something that's possible, or am I... Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Where did I even get this from? Okay, hold on, hold on. What did they say? Xenia config. The emulator exe. The log? No, it can't be log files. Well, worst case, I'm just gonna have to play it on the Switch too, which is fine. Like I'll survive. Um, no, there's not an issue at all. I just can't run it natively on my PCs, and then I use the 4K Elgato, and then so the main thing that I don't like, but that an emulator, well, I mean, an emulator would work too. So I could just use an emulated version. I just don't like how in the Switch or all of the Nintendo Switch Online games, they like stick to that 4:3 aspect ratio, and then they always have something on the side. It just annoys the shit out of me, and you can't turn it off. That it has like the, it's like a border window around it, and you can't just make that like a full black bar. It has shit on it, and it's like, it just kind of pisses me off. Just get some black tape. Well, I mean, it would be technically I could black tape it on the on OBS, but I just don't know why that just bothers me so much. But it would be easiest. It would be easiest just to I'll just run it on the Switch too. It'll be fine. I'll be okay. All right. Let's just. And then with that, I get to use the Switch Pro controller, which I actually. No. I don't, because the FPS is pretty bad. So like what you end up seeing is usually, it's honestly a limitation of Twitch, which is unfortunate because Twitch can only produce like, it's like a maximum of 6,000 upload speed. Which, now that I think about it, I can do 4K bitrate. Why don't I just increase the bitrate a little bit? It's like, oh, that's just for the recording. No, I don't need to record anything. Okay. I also don't know why it's doing recordings. What's going on with that? Oh, that only does it for the one. Okay, never mind. All right, why is my 4K capture utility not showing up? Oh, there we go. Okay. But I did play most of the Kirby games through the Nintendo Switch Online emulator stuff, so it's fine. It's like I could bring up the Xbox version, but like, man, I just really don't want to plug in my Xbox. If I did have a Series X, I probably would just do that version because I think I own Rare Replay too, but it just, I think I kind of screwed myself over with making things too convenient for me. See, this is the shit that, I mean, you could probably see it. But you see, like, the suspend menu and the P1, like, it's just like, why does it do that? Why is that? Why is that always on there? Okay, we're gonna do a new game because I did play this a little bit, probably at some point. Well, at least with OBS, I can do this. That over. I wonder, is there a way? Side panel. Yep, no, you can't move it. Okay, how do I, okay. Let's take a look. How do I... Okay. Which settings? Oh, that's just the control portion. Yeah, so the black bars are still on the side, which that's fine. It just I just don't get it. I just don't. Nintendo baffles me when they have like some of the greatest, if not the greatest games of all time. And yet they just like like I pay for Nintendo Switch Online. Like it is a monthly subscription. It's not a lot, but like they will not let me remove that. They will not let me just have black borders on the side. I do really love the fact that like this whole thing is just like the witch being like, I'm really beautiful. Do you think so? And the pod's like, well, there's a 8-year-old girl outside. She's prettier than you are. And she's like, I'm gonna kill her and take her beauty. Hey there, Tootie. What are you gonna do today? When my big lazy brother wakes up, we're going on an adventure. Wake up! I want to go on an adventure too! If Tony thinks she's fairer than me, I'll steal her looks. And ugly she'll be! Is that your brother? Where, Mr. Mole? I can't see him. Up there in the sky. It is weird that Mr. Mole has not met Banjo before, considering he's met the little girl. You know, he met Tootie. It's like, why is this creepy old mole talking to this 8-year-old bear? Just a little suspicious, if you ask me. This game is a not so subtle commentary on how people covet young women. God, that's so gross. I regret even mentioning that, but you know what? Let's get outside. There's trouble. That mole is definitely not 8. The way he talks to you, he talks like he's like a 35-year-old man. Fucking mole-splaining everything. Listen up, I'm Bottles, the short-sighted mole. I'm Banjo, and this here's my buddy Kazooie. Sure is a strange-looking buddy, Banjo. Can it talk? Better than you can, Goggle Boy.
What was all that noise about? Where's my sister Tootie? The ugly witch Gruntilda swooped down out of the sky and grabbed her.
Calm down, Geeky. We'll get her back. Where did she go?
She flew up to her mountain lair. It's really dangerous. You'll probably need some training before you go up there. Press A if you want me to teach you some basic moves, or press B if you think you're already good enough.
Yeah. Bottles, you tell me. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I do remember in the 360 version, you get like full camera control, which is really nice.
Or anyone home?
Hello again, let's start with the camera controls. They're on the yellow C button. I mean, the port is great. It really, really is. I'm just lazy.
Your jump could do with some help.
Ah, what do balls know about jumping?
More than you. Press A to jump and hold it to jump higher. Come on, Feathers, you can give him a hand.
Wow, that looks silly, I know it.
Jump, then press A again in the air for a double jump.
That's it, we're ready to move on.
Not until you learn this one first. You must stand still like this.
What, wearing ridiculous glasses and a silly grin?
I'm not listening. Hold Z, then press A for the mighty flip-flap jump.
Oh, Z. Okay. It really is. I mean, Rare was cooking. And now they just make that dumbass Sea of Thieves game. Which, like... I don't know.
I'm not listening. You fucking bird.
Oh, fuck off, Kazooie.
Fancy learn to swim underwater? Oh, sounds difficult. I'll get my fur wet.
Come on, Banjo, I want to swim. Spill the beans, Specky.
Use the control stick to swim on the surface to swim underwater. Press B to dive, go in, give it a try.
I mean, yeah, honestly. Luckily, glasses, I mean, I wear contacts and I did wear glasses regularly throughout my life until I was like 13. And I didn't get it too bad, but you know, people do be saying some unhinged shit just because you got glasses on.
Hey, Banjo, I hope you're not afraid of heights.
I'm not. Tell me about flying, Root Muncher.
Jesus. Not yet. Banjo, jump up onto a tree, then use a control stick to climb up and down.
Yeah, I think now it's kind of silly because everyone now just has like fake glasses, but if you really need glasses to see, you're screwed. Like, those are the people that it is not okay, or you can't make fun of someone for wearing fake frames, but then people get made fun of because they have a fucking disability. Oh yeah, bald people can, fuck bald people, man. The Brits and the French. Yeah, bald, fat, wearing glasses. You know, I never did this tutorial. I always just like go straight into it. So that's why I was like, oh, I should probably do the tutorial at least once. It does, yeah. Oh yeah, Winston was an interesting guy, you know. Really one of those scenarios where, like, thank God the Nazis were there, because that really improved his reputation, because he fought against them, you know. It's like, it's, you know, we had some interesting takes. Just like the majority of America had some some pretty interesting takes. Then we had a common enemy, and now America's the Nazis, so we just gotta roll with it. Oh, you can't do the roll, you need to do the standing. And I'm so not used to. Hey, I want some moves. No, try my fearsome forward roll. I'm gonna learn to fly now. Roll by running, press B. I'll see if I can find ball for you to practice on. Bullseye, one more. Stop rolling, I feel sick. It's time for the buzzard to learn a trick. And it better be a good one, Squinty. Jesus. Try out the rat-a-tat-rat by jumping and pressing B in the air. Now, where's Cobblyweb? Not bad, Featherface. Give me another, Bog Eyes. Bog Eyes? Jesus. Oh yeah, there's that other one. You learned all the basic attacks now. See you around. Yeah, because I think that if you don't do the tutorial, you can't get that one. Dirt fucker. I was trying to think of something more offensive than dirt fucker, but that really got me. Corkscrew dick? I actually don't know if moles have corkscrew dicks, but I bet they do. At least I got some legs, shortstop. Old Z, the press B for a powerful B key. Right, that's it. You learned all the basic moves. Meet me at the top of the spiral mountain, and I'll tell you what to do next. I'm trying this move out on you next, Jam Jars. Hey, you filthy son of a bitch. I'll kick your ass if you look at me funny. How about you go cry home to your mommy? I'll beat you harder than your mama did on a Saturday night. Shit. You know, I was always a Conqueror's Bad Fur Day kid, which, like, obviously, I think we talked about that before, explains a lot, but, you know. So seeing all this stuff, I'm always half expecting them to just be like, why don't you go fuck yourself, you fat cow? That's pretty much what they just do with Conquerors. I'm sick and tired of these motherfucking moles on this motherfucking hill.
I've had it up to here with your bullshit, Tornado Packer. Well done, guys. You're ready to tackle the witch now.
We sure are. Show us the way, Bottle Boy.
I fixed the bridge so you can cross and enter Gruntilda's lair. Thanks, Bottles. Look out for me inside. Good luck. I am the true Banjo-Kazooie. I have gained ultimate power. I am the Super Banjo. This fine contraption, so I'm told, will make me young and tooty old. Let me go, you fat piece of shit. My brother will come and kick your butt. Rescue you, he will not dare. There's many dangers in my lair. Hurry, Klungo, push that switch. I'm tired of being an old bitch. Yes, Mistress Grunty. Power is on. Soon be ready.
Banjo! Help! What the fuck is wrong with Gruntilda? I mean, she is an old witch, but... Oh, that's right. I need to first grab the... I at least remember the opening of this one. I think Donkey Kong 64 is really gonna be an uphill, like a steep uphill climb.
Go. Hey, Bird Brain, why did you eat a puzzle piece? Go. Go.
Goggle boy. Kazooie really went straight in on the harder slurs right away, and now he's just sticking with Goggle Boy. What do moles eat? I feel like I could come up with better slurs for mole. Join me at my website, slursformoles.com. You have a mole you don't like in your life? Well, visit Slurs for Mole. And I'll teach you how to say some of the most hateful shit to a mole you've ever did here. Shut the fuck up, Bottles. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna test something live. I don't use ChatGPT at all, but let's see if ChatGPT can come up with a funny slur for a mole. I am making a video game and one of the characters insults Mole Man. What are some good fictional slurs for moles? ChatGPT was pretty quick to give me some fucking slurs. Jesus Christ. Okay, alright. Oh, let me put this on screen. Let's see what we got here. We got Dirt Dweller. It's alright. Tunnel Rat. Tunnel Rat's pretty good. Clod Eater. Mud. See, now this just sounds like a regular old slur.
I'm not gonna lie, that's really pushing. This really pushing some luck here. Burrow Belly. That's pretty bad. Gloom Lurker, Mole Fool, Dighead, Nose Snuffer, Mud Licker. About some slurs for a bird man. The cluck is, you know, it's influenced by like real slurs when it says stuff like this, or it's like, oh yeah, call him a cluck. Like that sounds, it sounds terrible. Sky Scratcher, Winged Fool, Beak Breather, Roost Rat, Cage Canary, Molt Head, Egg Licker, Feather Duster, Flapjaw. Man. Well, definitely some interesting ones. The Cluck and what was the other one? The Mudhead? Jesus. Alright. Well, there's my one ChatGPT use for the next 3 years. You know, I'm pissed that like AI now is just like the worst people on the planet are using it. Like when ChatGPT started and like nobody really knew about it, and since I was in the tech space, I knew about it really early, and it made those like really terrible photos. Like the photo generation was like terrible, like just like barely worked at all. I made such like funny things out of it, and it wasn't taking, you know, it wasn't burning the world down while it was happening, which like, but now it's not fun or funny anymore. It pisses me off. I forget, how do I beat this guy up? Chimpy hungry, wants orange out, feed Chimpy. That's Congo's orange. Why's he gotta call the bear fat? What did Banjo ever do to be called fat? Like, at worst, he's got a dad bod. Which, like, people love dad bods. I think. I mean, the circles of the internet I'm on, people say they love dad bods. Said you could shoot them out from behind. Sheesh, sounds painful. I wish I'd never asked. Bird brain can carry 100 eggs in her backpack. Oh, and you could also use the control stick to aim while you're crouching. Exciting, huh? Now that you learn to use the eggs, here's 50 to practice with. Oh, I don't have the ground pound yet. Okay, so I'm gonna need to... I do kind of wish that they just gave you all the moves right away, but... Oh, bear beat Conga, me give prize to bear. What? The talent trot will let Kazooie tackle steep slopes with ease. That sounds useful. How does she do it? Hold Z, then press the left C button. Continue to hold C while moving Kazooie around with the control stick. Go practice. Your energy's a little low. I'll fill it up for you. Thanks. Ikam bokam. You know, I don't think this first level is on par with the first world of Super Mario 64, but I do think from what I've played for the rest of the levels, they do sort of match that quality. I think it might just be the difficult portion of having so many different controls versus Mario, where it's really just running and jumping and picking stuff up, I guess. I call this Beat Buster. Jump in the air, then press Z to send Kazooie slamming hard down to the floor. Well, I don't like the sound of that, Banjo. Get used to it, Nest Girl. You'll be using it a lot. Oh, Banjo, there's nothing more I can teach you on this world. Oops. Go. Banjo! Run, Kazooie! Oops. Oh, the camera's switching, no! There we go. Oh, excuse me. Kaboka. Nothing back there. There we go. Me Mumble, best shaman in all game. Kidult Banjo and Filthy Feathered One. Watch it, hot boy. Man. Kazooie's really ready to say a slur. Oh. Damn it. Can't tell you how many times I played this first world and always mess up these jumps. To be fair to me though, it is a little awkward. Hey, where'd you get that backpack? Or the shorts, that's what it is. He says the backpack. Yeah. I must miss a clump of 3 of them. Waka waka waka. I suppose I'm only supposed to do 2 of them then. Maybe a 3rd one too. There we go. And I think I got everything on this level. Lord knows. Lord knows I don't know, and I'm sure someone will be able to tell me if they join in and be like, Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite game of all time. Why didn't you get this and this and this? And I'll be like, shit. Oh shit, I forgot I was looking at the messages. It's like, oh yeah, the one message got blocked for saying Nazi. That's my bad. Probably shouldn't bring up Nazis in a chat where other people aren't allowed to bring up Nazis. It's a more appealing title. Guh, guh, guh. this. I should do this too. Oh, I suppose I should probably get ready for bed. But once the mission is complete, all the babies are stuck there permanently. I already played 3 hours, and then I played Control for 2. I think I played like 8 to 9 hours worth of video games today. And I don't know if that's healthy, but also whatever. Yeah, I'll just suspend it from here. Okay. Alright, well, Liddy, you might have fallen asleep or whatever, but otherwise, if not, good night. Well, good night either way, whatever. Good night, everybody.